It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. And it's still summer. So I'm looking for things to do in the shadier areas of my garden. And I am not at a loss. There's plenty to do. This hot mess right here, Exhibit A. So there's some really, really gorgeous things happening in this little corner of my garden. I like to sit under this pergola, and this is what I look at. And right now what we've got is a Cotyledon that has completely run amok. We've got some Fred Ives that are in dire need of being groomed. These Fred Ives are part of this gorgeous crest. So if these look, a little leggy, I'm going to let it ride because I just, I love the overall look of this plant. I have also in here an agave Lophantha quadricolor that bloomed out, and I cut the bloom spike off, and now it's just making wonderful little babies. I've even been able to harvest a few of the babies to put in the red raised bed, tapestry bed over there. So I'm really liking that. But, did I say Lophantha quadricolor? No. This is the quadricolor, my bad. I'm looking at the blood spot. The quadricolor, I started this out as one big mom, removed all the pups because how many of you, show of hands, you've worked with agave quadricolor and now you have 700 agave quadricolors. So I got one here, one there, a bunch over here, some coming up in there, and I'm gonna let it ride until I don't like the look of it. And that's what you can do too. These agave quadricolors, they grow on long runners, and you can just pull it right on up off the ground and reset those pups anytime. So let's see, what are we going to do with this Cotyledon? Well, first things first, it is a really tough plant, and I'm working in the shade, so I'm going to go ahead and start over with it. We are going to take cuttings. I'm also going to remove the bloom spikes because they are pretty much done. And as you know, in the summer months, what are we battling? We're battling a lot of insects, and insects love blooms. So sometimes it's better, to stay on top of those so that you don't get infestations of aphids and other things. Oh my gosh, it already looks better, but I just don't like the legginess of this. And since, like I said, this is in filtered sun, mostly shade all day long, I don't have to worry. These plants are going to do just fine. They're not going to freak out. You're going to love this. Trust me. Hang in there. Those of you that are new to the channel, don't panic. This is how the nurseries propagate, and this is how I prune my succulents. So I'm going to take all of those viable, pretty pieces off. And while I'm in the neighborhood, we're also going to clean up the Fred. Take off those leaves. And this is also the time of year where you're starting to see a lot of spider webs, huh? Spiders are actually garden friends, not foes. They do eat a lot of the bugs that we don't like in the garden that do negatively impact our succulents. So tolerate the webbing as much as you can. If it gets to be too haunted mansion for you, just take a brush or a broom and, and flick them off of your plants. Okay, so by me deadheading the Fred Ives, I'm not affecting it negatively in any way. Fred Ives is not a monocarpic plant. It's not going to die after it blooms. It's a repeat bloomer, so at any point you want to remove the blooms off of this plant, you are free to do so. Okay, I could sit here and pick leaves off Fred Ives all day, so I'll call it. Okay, maybe one more. Okay, no, two more. Okay, I'm dead. All right, so now what are we going to do with this hot mess here? Well, we're going to dig that out. Well, this is really dry too. I have not done a particularly good job of keeping this area watered. Shame on me. Okay, now this thing, you can plant this, cut off all the dead wood, and then if you want to take and plant this in a pot and stick it over in your garden of death and wait for it to regenerate, you are more than welcome to do that, and I give you my blessing. I'm a little landlocked. I don't have room to save every single thing, but it is an absolutely viable thing to do if you so choose. I just don't like the way this plant looks when it gets all leggy like that. And that's also subjective. If you don't have a problem with that look, then don't do this. Just let it ride. All right. Okay, set that aside. Now that I've got that cleaned out, you know, oh, this is where the fun part starts, where I get to really get in there, do some grooming, get rid of all the detritus. Oh, also, thanks for sending me pictures, you guys, of you in your drip. Like, we have the Design for Serenity OG shirts, official work shirts available in the spring store in all the colors of the rainbow. Also the Runamuckies too. I know how much you guys love those, and I've really enjoyed seeing your photos of you and your swag. Keep them coming to my Instagram at Laura Loves Succulents. Okay. All right, now decisions. You know, you can, if you feel like you need to, you can also add more soil. But remember, succulents thrive on benign neglect. They love poor, rocky soil. So don't feel like you need to add soil just for the heck of it. That's just a step that you don't have to take if you don't need to. All right, so I've cleaned the area up. I've got some nice loamy soil there to work with. And now, I'm gonna get that little leaf trimmed off, clean up this Lophantha. All right, I can take my pieces. These are like candles, aren't they? And we're gonna put them in a birthday cake. I'm just gonna stick them right back in the ground. This is so rewarding. You will never do anything more rewarding than this. And remember, this is a Cotyledon, tough plant, and I am working in the shade. Not really filtered sun. It's afternoon now. You probably heard my air conditioner kick on. Not that that has anything to do with anything, I guess. Well, I guess just because it's getting warmer. It's not morning anymore. So see how I'm just packing these in? And basically what I'm doing is I'm making a new compact plant, where once there was a leggy hot mess, now we have this really attractive compact plant. And you know what? I don't want this quadricolor here anymore. So I can show you how these grow. See that? So this little guy can be stuck in the ground or in a pot. Or you can just leave it off in the garden of death for 6 years until you figure out what to do with it. Tough as nails. But yes, that looks much cleaner. I didn't like that one sticking out there. Oh, and here's a little grapto. A little graptosedum, or maybe that's a little echeveria. Very long trunk. See there, the very long stem? I just got done lecturing you on how I don't like the look of that, generally speaking. But sometimes I do. Sometimes those long trunks just give a garden space the look of age. Like, you know, these plants have been here forever. So I'm going to let that ride. I think that's cute. Okay, a couple more pieces to pop in. If your succulent stands up, you've done your job. Then I'm just going to push my little pebbles back because I don't like to see dirt. And you know, I will avoid watering these things in for about a week until they have a chance to harden off. Then I can get back to hosing down this area as often as I like. Here's a little Aeonium haworthii. I have no idea from whence it cometh, but I'm gonna stick it. I'll just stick it right here. That's cute. Stick it right there in front of those cotyledons. Okay, that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Laura Puttering, and I hope that I have inspired you and given you the confidence to go out and prune your succulents. This has been Laura of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.